Matching hundreds. It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go. Switch.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 18 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on him.
He'll drop to throw. This complete to the tight end Clay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's complete to Jeffrey. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in from Miami. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll set up to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Looking to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys... We pick it up 2nd quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. Back to throw here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
Don't be scared of it. Mike 27, Mike 27. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, check Mike 27.
He'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter.
Tackles, tackles. That's it. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 58.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check the call, check the call. 58, right over there, yeah.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Devon Kennard. leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this game is, of course, part of the NFL 100 series, and the historical significance here goes back to that 1981 AFC divisional round game. Dubbed the Epic in Miami. Others called it the game that no one should have lost. Boy, you had so many great plays in there. The hook and ladder, the end of the 2nd quarter by the Dolphins. Remember Kellen Winslow, future Hall of Famer, getting carried off exhausted in that contest. Over 1,000 total yards between the two teams, and led by Dan Fouts, the Chargers pulled off the 3-point win in overtime. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, it's Jones, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. It's dropped by his tight end, Charles Clay. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 27.
Back to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here?
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Chargers. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. This complete to the tight end Clay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Darrell Williams. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Charles Clay is tight end, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Hey, you got motion, man. You got motion.
He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the possession is theirs at their own.
Every time, keep putting that ball on the ground.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.